Start it.
Roll. Let's fucking roll.
Turn it on. Turn me on. The 1995 Chupacabra Invasion. Where were you when Chupacabras invaded in 1995?
Whew. Your boy was only 9 years old.
9 years old.
Probably still sucking on a tit.
About started jerking then, you know.
Yeah.
Dustin, welcome back. What's up again, Stinky Wet Cookie?
Phew. What a climactic end to our Zoom call, everybody.
We're in P. Dano. Taylor Johnson. Philly Fairy. Canes. Mr. Blattner. Shayna. Andrew. Imperial Shot. Guerin. Miggy.
Love you guys. Love you. Wait, what'd you say?
If not friend. I didn't say that. Philly. Jake. Mike Hatfield. Justin Reeves. Sparky.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people in here tonight.
What's up, guys? What's up?
What? Jessica Bryant. RW. Lil Miggy 650.
What?
Brent Moss. What did Junders Plunkett? What did we do to earn your companionship? All of you.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
Thank you, Casey. And woo.
Hey, if you guys were fucking there at the end of our Zoom call, it was some wild shit.
Taylor.
It's fun. If you don't.
Oh, it's creamy, Taylor.
If you weren't, join that shit. Get on.
Oh, goat sucker. Dano. Shit, it's a party tonight. Yeah, you're right,
A
Dano.
lot of motherfuckers in here.
Josh, how you doing, brother?
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Good week. Hopefully nobody died. If you're here and you died last week, I'm sorry.
Or if you wanted to, then hopefully it happened for you.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's not what you wanted.
Whew.
All right, guys, we've wasted a lot of time. We'd love to watch them from work.
Yeah, fuck them. Let them
Get
pay
it, Sparky.
you.
Metalhead Bartender, thank you. We're going to start this episode.
Getting paid to get a little more retarded.
If you don't wipe your butt, you've come to the right podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Brohio podcast. I've been doing this with my best friend in the entire universe for going on 8 years. That's Rob Dog over there.
That's me. I'm the co-captain of the non-butt wiping train. Skid marks galore.
And my name is Nicholas Alexander, a.k.a. the Delicious Nickalicious. I've never introduced myself using my government name, but here we are.
Nick. We just call you Nick.
Calling me Nick, Dickless Nicholas. That's what my brothers used to call me.
Hey, if it fits, it sits, right?
I do owe an apology.
For what?
Well, first I want to say we offer a Zoom chat for our Patreon listeners. We had a Zoom chat before the show.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole entire motherfucker in a suit of armor. And he didn't really talk much. He just kind of sat there in a suit of armor.
We'll talk about him a little bit coming up because he's a new patron. So we'll be talking about him this episode. So, but anywho.
Nonetheless, I tried to send you a picture of my underwear earlier that I just got, and I accidentally sent you my testicles.
Dude, yeah, you did. You did. There's a good seam on them balls.
And I owe you an apology.
No, man, not at all. Not at all.
And I sent that to...
Some good balls, brother.
I sent that to... Who else I sent that to? Our buddy Jason.
Jason, I figured, yeah.
And he said, wow, you've got dark balls.
They were really dark.
It's because I have high blood pressure.
You had a Hispanic man's ball sack.
I tell everybody.
He said, because I have high blood pressure. Changes the color of your
I
sack.
look white, but I'm African from the waist down. That's
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird how that works, man? I feel like it's just because ball skin is just really tough and just it's been through like treks through the desert. When you're that close to an asshole, you just get dark.
My balls have been through a lot. Man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, the Patreon chat, the Zoom chat was.
It was one of the best ones. It was fun.
But they're always incredible.
They're fun as fuck.
And with you also get your name
butchered
announced on the show because I'm not going to get this first one. And I would like to say thank you to our newest Patreon subscriber, Rick Quell, a.k.a. Quail Man. Thank you for joining us here. Banging on the trash can, strumming on a street light.
One little voice is calling me, calling me.
That's Doug Funny, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you, Rick Q, for joining us here on the show and becoming a patron of the show. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you. And next, we appreciate the fuck out of you, Mr. Craig. They're wearing a beautiful light blue turquoise shirt.
Craig, there's a kid we went to school with who got a random boner. So then for the rest of his life, we've just called him Wiener. Because
Wiener.
He got a very inopportune boner erection. And if that's you, Craig, we love you.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird that when he was growing up, he wanted to be a farmer really bad. Now he's a fireman.
Well, when we were kids, he wanted to be a fireman really bad, too.
Did he?
When we would be in school and the fire trucks, they'd drive by the school, he'd be like, yeah, that's ladder 47, that's
Okay.
engine 23 behind it, medic 25 coming up in the rear.
Right.
And we're just like, you're a fourth grader. Why the fuck do you know that?
I just remember in middle school and high school, he wanted to be a farmer real bad, and I thought that was really random.
Yeah.
Good guy, though. Great guy.
Yeah. But not you, Craig.
Not you, Craig. You're awful.
You're
You're even better.
You're a real shit stain, Craig.
You're the herpy on the balls of the fucking podcast.
And if you were here, we would open mouth kiss you like
Hell
you've
yeah.
never had one put on you.
Give me it, boy.
This last one is very special to us because
Yeah.
he just joined the Zoom chat.
Mysterious as fuck.
His name is Knight of the Cunt Court.
He was a last minute addition. We were just signing off to everybody, and he decided to join at the very last second.
When I first saw him pop up, his name, I said, wow, that's a weird name.
Yeah.
Didn't know he was a real fucking knight.
He fucking showed up in full fucking battle armor with a sword.
And he got on right as we were leaving. Could you imagine how upset he would have been if he hurried up and put all his suit of armor on?
And missed it.
And then we closed the Zoom chat to stop talking.
He just said like two things to us pretty much, and it was just whenever we were trying to guess his age and occupation. He said that. He said his age, his occupation, and that was literally pretty much it.
I don't believe him.
It's great.
Hey, just real quick, I'm going to be at Cincinnati Reds opening day on Thursday.
Ooh, nice.
If any of you are going to be down in the city of Cincinnati taking in the festivities, reach out, brohiopodcast@gmail.com, or send me a message on Facebook. I still get those. Nick Alexander.
That's gonna be fun.
It is. Taking
Yeah.
my brother.
Hell yeah.
And we're going to go to the parade, and we're going to drink some
Nice.
beer. We're going to get down there about 11.
Nice.
Just take it all. It's a holiday in Cincinnati.
Oh fuck
buddy.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I got some really cheap tickets.
Nice.
Not cheap, but $80, but really good seats for $80.
Do they still do the all-you-can-eat seats there? I remember,
Well, they
I remember
changed
They
it.
used to be like $30 and used to get all the hot dogs or popcorn or whatever the fuck.
They got this incredible deal this year. It's
Okay.
for $50.
Okay.
You get a ticket to every single Tuesday game.
Okay.
That's 12 home games. They're all night games, but also on Tuesday nights they do 3-2-1. For $3 you get a beer, $2 you get a hot dog, $1 you get a cup of ice cream.
Okay.
So for $50 you get a ticket to every single game. Not $50 per game.
That's 12 games.
12 games, $50. And then you can, for $10, you can get 5 hot dogs. And then, I'm not saying you should do it because you might suffer from alcohol poisoning. There's the deal where you drink a beer and eat a hot dog every single inning. So by the end of it, you will have had 9 hot dogs and you will have drank 9 beers.
Holy shit.
And everyone says that's, and I want to try it.
I did that the other day at the fucking NCAA kickoff and at UD, boy.
9 hot dogs, 9 beers.
The beers part I did, boy, was work hard the next day.
How much were the beers? How much were they?
I wasn't paying. I didn't look.
$12, something like that.
Probably
10
close to that.
God, dude, that's highway robbery.
Anywhere between 10 to $15, I would assume.
All right, what's going on in the news world? I found this one. I did not click on the article. I simply saw the headline. I said, well, this will work. So this could be really bad or it could be really good. I don't know.
Let's roll.
But a Melbourne mother who put a dead man's toes in a jar to sell them on the black market had a treasure trove of other oddities in her house. Lily Dale, she's from Lilydale. It was a woman named Joanna Kathleen Kinman, 48 years old, appeared in Ringwood. I had that when I used to wrestle back in high school. Magistrates Court on Monday to plead guilty to a single charge of offensive conduct involving human remains. Okay, the court heard Kinman worked as a ranger at an animal shelter where her job involved after-hours collection of stray and seized animals. I'm trying to get to the good stuff, too.
You're good, man. Get the meat and potatoes.
Leading senior constable Melissa Sandbrooks said that on February 19th last year, 2 dogs that had partially consumed the toes after their owner died from natural causes were seized and taken for an assessment. While at the facility where Kinman worked, the dogs became ill and vomited up the remains, the toes that they'd eaten off their owner. Sam Brooks said shelter staff cleaned up the vomit and placed it and the remains, which included 2 human toes, in a general waste bin. When a distressed staff member left work early, Kinman remained behind to lock up, taking the opportunity to search the trash can. It's called a wheelie bin on here, but that's not what we call those around here.
Yeah, definitely not what we call it.
Quote, she located 2 human toes and took them home and placed them in a jar containing formaldehyde.
That's some shit I would do, dog.
The following day, Kinman called her daughter and told her about the toes, saying she had researched selling them on the internet and believed that she could get $400
Okay.
for the toes.
That's not bad. Who's buying that?
She kept them suspended in a clear liquid. The jar was positioned among other oddity items, including a guinea pig, trotter, an alligator claw, a bird skull, and baby teeth belonging to the accused children.
Oh, man.
Let's see here. At one point, she sold a wet specimen of a stillborn kitten and puppy.
Oh, God.
And a book titled The History of Punishment and Torture. So she's had a long life of just weird,
that's wild,
fucking shit.
That's crazy, man.
But she's gonna go. Okay, Kinman, who had faced up 2 years in jail, was convicted and placed on an 18-month community corrections order. She must also perform 150 hours of unpaid community work. She'll likely not be serving that in the animal shelter.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Again, if you guys are going to be down there at the Reds game, I'd love to link up with you. Take a picture, have a beer, whatever it is you would like to do. Also, you guys have been hitting me with recommendations. I'm going to Clearwater Beach for
Look at you, man.
vacation.
Yeah.
And you guys have been sending me great restaurant recommendations or just maybe whatever I should do with the fam while I'm down there. Any recommendations? I'm going to go to the Scientology headquarters and show them my route, and then I'm going to go to Hogan's Beach Shop is what I'll be doing.
Hell yeah, man.
But you guys have just been doing a great job.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to say also that so I was on this
Heroin?
No.
Okay.
I was super hard on this game called Grounded for a while. I'm finally off of it, and I'm on to No Man's Sky. And now it's been out since fucking forever. So if anybody wants to join on there, play with me a little bit. Not in a gay way, but a gay way, whichever one you want.
Sure.
Rob Doggo 5, Xbox. You got it. I'm just now starting, so I suck, but I'm getting enthralled with that game.
Yeah, I'm playing MLB The Show. I just bought that.
Hell yeah.
And I'm on PlayStation Network as Brohio Nick. Keep it simple and sleazy.
Yeah.
But speaking of simple and sleazy,
oh shit.
Here is a word from a few of our lovely sponsors. All right.
Oh, beautiful.
Down and dirty.
Love it.
Robert, I woke up this morning feeling almost sick, like flushed. I felt like I was getting sick.
Like puke sick?
Felt kind of poopy dicked all day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did you have a stomach bug, or were you just like?
I was just shitting, man.
Oh, okay.
I was just pooping.
You never threw up?
I was drunk the day after I was drunk.
Oh, okay.
That was alcohol induced though. But so it was a couple different things. So that day, the day that we went to the game, I hadn't really eaten anything. Decided to have
dummy
8 or 9 beers,
8 or 9 hot dogs,
and so typically if I've had too much to drink, I'll sleep it off. But the bad part about that is the next morning, if I feel like all the feelings of being drunk hit me the next morning, and at that point, my body has already metabolized everything. So, but whenever I went home that night, we'd had chili.
Yeah, we did.
And boy, I was fucking starving. I was really hungry, so I ate 2 big ass bowls of chili.
Tore the ass out of it,
And
didn't
it was
you?
hot as it was spicy. I spiced the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it
Paid
just,
for it.
It gave me really bad indigestion, which made me sick, made me throw up, made me shit.
I'm glad you're okay.
Dude, I you know what? So it was weird. It was like the first time I went in, I was just fucking dry heaving. Nothing was coming out, and then afterwards, you kind of know, it's like when it's alcohol induced, when you've thrown up enough or when you haven't. So like the first time it hit, I'm like, yep, that wasn't it. I still felt like shit. And then the second time, I was like, yep, that was it. And immediately afterwards,
Fine.
I was at 100%.
Okay.
That's what happens, man. It's like I feel like shit for a little while, and then after I get it out, it's like I'm at peak performance.
There's a window that you always snap me from. Is that in your bathroom, or is that from your bedroom?
From my bathroom.
So you always send me like despaired snaps from that window. Like,
Well, I try to keep our streak going, and usually the first thing I wake up in the morning, I check my snap, I see who I have a streak with that's about to end, and then I fucking
Yeah.
it's always the poop window.
It's always like, fuck this day. I'm shitting my guts out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that day, the day I sent you that, yes, it was. That was a day of I had like 3 or 4 fucking Rias in a row. That's enough to damper anybody's spirits.
Yeah.
I was pissing out my butt. That's the worst.
Sure, man. I'm sorry you went through that, but
It's okay, man. I always come back stronger.
it's just life, man.
It is what it is, man. I fell off my diet a little bit. I'm back on.
Good.
Yeah,
Good
it's
to hear, man. So this topic is something that we've hinted at, alluded to, danced around, but not covered for many, many years.
Mhm.
And we are talking about we are going to cover the Chupacabra specifically, which I do love mine with sour cream, cheese, and tomatoes. I think my favorite way to order that.
Dude, we had white people taco night the other night. Dude, it was by far the best taco night we've ever had.
What made it good?
So we switched up a little bit on the seasoning that we used in the meat.
Oh, okay.
I fucking made some homemade guac,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which fucking
Delicious.
ruled. It
Yeah.
fucking killed.
She sent me a picture of a quesadilla the other night. Said that
That's-
looks good, girl.
That was it. It was
Yeah.
it fucking killed.
Yeah.
It was like the peak of white people taco night.
My wife is from Phoenix, so I expect a little bit out of her.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
a
yeah.
whole lot, but just like if
Hey, and you know what? I'll give her credit because the guacamole recipe that I made was one that she sent me,
Oh,
and I
really? Yeah.
saved in our chat. So I went back
yeah,
and I went back and
No,
bought
her-
everything she told me to buy.
her guac is good.
It was
Yeah.
good as fuck.
Yeah.
I added some pico in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, fucking.
But she puts cheddar. She makes our tacos, and then she puts down a bowl of freshly shredded cheddar cheese. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. I don't want to put this on my tacos. And she's like, you like Taco Bell? I said, I love it. She's like, what do you think they put on their tacos? Cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
I don't like being put in a position where I got to make decisions like this. but-
We stereotype and go with the Mexican blend.
yeah.
Yeah,
It works.
Yeah, it's fucking good, man.
So we're talking about specifically the Chupacabra outbreak of 1995, the Chupacabra Invasion.
Do you remember how fucking cool the little talking Chihuahua dolls were that you got from Taco Bell?
No quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah. Do you remember how hot those were?
Oh, they were wild.
Dude, and there was like different types. There's like 3 or 4 different types. Of, like you had to get all the variants. Like Pokemon.
What about the Flintstone glasses from McDonald's?
Yeah,
Dude, I love the live action version of Flintstones
me too.
with
John Goodman.
and
You know
Halle Berry.
he fucking hated that role. Hated it.
Uh,
He did not want to film it. He did not want to do. He said, "Please do not make me do this." But
Please, God.
if I think
Dude,
of a
he
Fred
killed it.
Flintstone, if I think of a Fred Flintstone, I can't think of a better person than John
I
Goodman in the
know. He's
90s.
so good at everything he does, though.
Great. He's great.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I started to watch the Amazing Jim or the something Gemstones
yeah.
with him and Danny McBride.
Right. Yeah.
I watched 2 episodes and that's on Max, but that's so fucking funny.
Is
dude.
it?
It's good. It's worth it.
That's good. Do you remember the little nugget people
yeah.
From McDonald's.
Yep.
Those were huge. They had one that was looked like a Dracula.
It was like their version of the California raisins.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I said,
Our childhood was fucking cool. We had a bunch of cool shit, man.
I do feel like I got a little bit of a cold, but I was saying I was coming home from work and I felt really sick, and then I had a giant booger and I got it out of my nose and I felt like I wasn't sick anymore.
Did you eat it?
No, I flipped it.
I did that too early.
I put it behind the steering wheel and let my wife find it.
Let her put her hand in it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, sometimes you got those ones brewing. You just got to get rid of them.
I know it gets her pussy wet.
The old pick and flick is never. It's classic. Yeah.
In 1995, Puerto Rico became the epicenter of a phenomenon that would, it would grip the island. They didn't know what the fuck was going on, and it would send ripples across the entire country of America, the Americas. I'm sorry, we're talking about the Chupacabra.
Boy, I've been to Puerto Rico one time.
Scary
That
hours.
was the scariest fucking place I've ever been to.
That's a Call of Duty map, my friend.
It was scary as fuck.
Scary hours.
Yeah.
They want to kill you there.
It was a cruise, but I mean, we docked way too late. It was like 6 o'clock in the evening.
They don't like Americans.
And boy, there was so many motherfuckers begging for money on that pier.
They don't like Americans.
We got one street in, and we were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go back to the boat."
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Yeah, we walked into a store, and the second we walked into a store, a guy walked right by us and was like, "Want to buy some drugs?" Like, yeah, but you made it fucking weird, dog.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I would like to.
He did like
Not now.
He did like a drive-by to us. Want to buy some drugs?
Can I buy some drugs?
I'm like, damn, dude, this guy knows what's up.
He knows what he's doing.
I was like, yeah, well, we should go back to the boat.
Now, Chupacabra, it's translated from Spanish as goat sucker. And,
boy.
which chupar means to suck and cabra means goat.
Been there, brother.
Hey, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com if you ever sucked a goat. Love to hear from you. Love to hear your story. This creature, it did emerge from the shadows. It was terrorizing everybody there in some rural communities in Puerto Rico, leaving behind, yes, you've heard the story, a trail of bloodless livestock and a legacy that has lived on, persevered for many, many decades, many years, to the point that we're talking about it in 2025 when it was sucking goats back in 1995.
It's been sucking goats for
My
2
mom,
decades.
My mom's been sucking goats since 95. You know, I talk to my mom about every day, and she'll say, hey, about once a week, she'll say, how's the podcast going? I say, it's going. She's like, you talking shit about me on there?
We never talk shit.
And I always say, no.
It's always in jest.
No. God.
We talk shit about my mom.
She's got a broken soul.
Your mom's a peach.
She is.
She's a great woman.
This outbreak, though, it wasn't just a series of strange animal deaths. It was a cultural explosion. There were eyewitnesses. We had a media frenzy that ensued. And then also, I did not know there's a bit of conspiracy involved with the Chupacabra.
Is there?
About how it might have been a United States of America experiment gone wrong.
Ooh.
A laboratory. Not like that goddamn Wuhan virus that we had here a couple 5 years ago.
China.
China.
We're
gonna hit them with tariffs. We're gonna
fucking we're hitting everybody with tariffs.
We're gonna raise the price of eggs.
We just got charged to talk to people from Canada on the Zoom meeting.
Stop eating eggs.
Dude, fucking God, I love eggs.
Yeah, I do too.
It hurts my fucking soul to pay $6 a dozen.
I made cornbread last night, and I can only afford to buy 6 eggs. It was $3.
Yeah.
That's like the dozen eggs they chop in half.
Yeah.
That's what I had to buy.
I'm debating going to Rural King and buying me some fucking chickens.
You need a chicken.
I do.
I'll choke it.
Please.
Please, God.
For the love of God.
The Chupacabra, it didn't just so it didn't materialize out of thin air. There was a lot of foul back in 1995. Though that year marked it was kind of its dramatic debut as a named entity or a named cryptid in the cryptid community. To understand its roots, we need to look back at least a little bit. Puerto Rico It had seen mysterious livestock killings before 1995. In 1975, the small town of Mocha was plagued by a spate of animal deaths dubbed the work of El Vampiro de Mocha, or the Mocha vampire.
That's a fucking exotic name.